Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited because I'm gonna be going on a trip right now, so I just wanna do a YouTube video. And the Met Gala was yesterday and I was super inspired by Kim Kardashian's look. I was obsessed with the whole wet look. She literally went from a wet clothing to a whole nother level. Her makeup looked wet, her hair looked wet, and the fact that she put little drips on her dress look wet. I'm just obsessed. So in today's video I'm gonna try to recreate her look. It's not gonna be the same. I don't know if it's gonna be the same. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the flow and see how it comes out. But if you guys were obsessed with her look, I hope you guys like this look. And I also want to know who were your favorites on the Met Gala looks. What was my another favorite that I had was Lady Gaga. That one was really good. I even saw her that 16-minute entrance she had because it was so freaking cool. I like the fact that she was really into it and that she was just kind of acting and it was just really nice. I liked it. So if you guys had any favorites and what are your thoughts about certain looks, just comment down below. I would like to know. And yeah, so let's get started. Want this look to be very wet and nice, we gotta make sure that we prime our face really good. So I'm gonna go in with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm just gonna start adding this, and then we're gonna go in and just kind of moisturize the face. And then after that I'm gonna go in with my Milk Makeup Luminous Blur Stick, and that should help kind of give the luminous look to the face. Luminous Blur Stick, and I'm just kind of putting it right here on my highest points of my face, just so we can have that really nice glossy look. We're gonna go ahead and start tapping that into the skin, and we're gonna just let it sit there for a bit. I know my brows look really dark right now, but that's because I am actually gonna go in with a black wig and I'm gonna try to wet it, because there's no point in me trying to recreate the look if I have this orange hair of mine. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. I know this is a matte one, but trust me, it's gonna look very dewy after I put on my highlighter. So I'm just gonna go in and start applying it. This is in the shade 260. We're gonna go ahead and just blend that all over. I'm gonna make sure I bronze myself really good because she looks really bronzy and I'm not bronzed right now. So now I'm gonna go in with my Milk Makeup Flex Concealer, and this is in the shade Light. I'm just gonna go ahead and take out anything that I have in here, and I'm just gonna start concealing my eyes. And I'm gonna make sure that we put enough so it can kind of brighten in the little sections of my nose. We're gonna contour the nose really nice today. We're just gonna brighten up the forehead a bit. Now we're gonna go ahead and start blending it. Okay, now that the concealer's on and blended in, I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eye. I'm not gonna go in and set my whole face that much because I want to make sure that it's not too dry. But either way, when you start adding the highlighter, that's kind of what it creates, this wet look. And next I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes. I'm just gonna put a little bit more concealer in here, and we're just gonna make sure we put a good base for the eyeshadow, because we're gonna make sure that eyeshadow looks really good, because I feel her look just really looks nice with the eyeshadow. It's just really nice and wet. So I want to make sure I give my eyebrows a nice cut and clean look. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and start patting all of this to the lid, and I'm just using a flat brush to kind of pat this. And then I'm gonna go ahead with another brush and I'm gonna buff it out. Have on the brush that I have here, this is a number 40, and I'm just gonna go ahead and buff it out and kind of tap it, but I'm gonna buff out the edges more and then tap the rest. For my eyeshadow, I am going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills and the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm gonna go in with Burnt Orange, and I'm gonna use this as my crease color, and I'm just gonna start blending that into the crease. because I was trying to like see the kind of colors that she was using, and it looked like very like just like orangish, brownish, and a little bit of like your brick color, but I'm not too sure. So I'm just gonna go in with the flow, and then from there I'll see what I want to do. But for right now, I'm gonna use these colors, and I hope I nail it, because this look was just so stunning. So I feel like I had to kind of like recreate. I'm gonna bring it a little bit down the crease here, and then go ahead and buff that out. Okay, and next I'm gonna go in with Realgar. I think it's called this one, but it's like a little orange tone. And I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna deepen my crease a bit with that. I don't know if that's the color she has, like that kind of color is toned, but I feel like it kind of would go with it really nice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add that on the crease, inner crease. And we're just gonna blend that and then smoke it out a bit. And I feel like she kind of has this like all over the lid, so I'm gonna start bringing it down a little bit in. Try to leave like this part of my eye a little kind of exposed. So I'm gonna be adding like that silver that she has going on there. It looks like it's silver, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of do this. Okay, and then after that, you're just gonna go ahead and start blending this burnt orange and this reddish tone together. It's like it's kind of like reddish orangey. So we're just gonna go ahead and just kind of keep blending these together so it doesn't look too harsh. So we're gonna start grabbing that Regal color, and we're gonna start bringing it under right here on the other under eye right here. And we're just gonna start placing it, and then we're gonna like kind of blow it out a bit right here with the burnt orange, and we're just gonna keep doing that. I'm just tapping it a bit on top of my lid so it could kind of be matte, because obviously I was doing it with this side, but I don't want to be doing that. I want to make sure I want to pack the color in there and in here as well. And then we're gonna do that on the other eye. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get raw sienna, and I'm gonna add this on the inner, like the middle part of the lid, and just kind of like smooth it out a bit so it doesn't look too harsh right here. And we're just gonna smooth it, because I feel like the might be a bit too dark right now, so I'm just gonna kind of make it light just by adding that raw sienna all over the lid. Okay, so next I'm gonna go ahead and wet a flat brush that I have going on here, and then I'm gonna grab the Kat Von D the Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette, and I'm gonna get Tinsel, which is like the silver look, really cute. I'm gonna grab this, and I'm just gonna try not to have so much pressure on it, but I'm gonna just try to spread this kind of like all over it here, just so it can kind of give me like that wet look that she was having. But I'm not gonna go too carried away. I'm just kind of slowly blending it and then bringing it down. Then we're gonna bring it all the way to like where the brow bone is, and just kind of like, you know, blend that there. We're gonna have to go back with the shadow and just kind of blend it all together, but right now I just want to focus on this part right here, just to make sure that it gets me to that look that she was having. We're gonna do it on the other eye. We're only gonna focus it on the middle, because it looks like she only had it like on top right here in the middle of her lid, and then it was very blended out right here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get Golden Orch. I think it's Golden Orch right here. It's like a little, like a light brown tan color. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that, and I'm just gonna start blending that all over right here so I can kind of smooth it out, because I feel like that color was a little bit too high for my taste. So we're just gonna go ahead and smooth it out. And start blending that with the silver, so you can kind of like not be so harsh. Really wanted to try real quick off camera. I got this Milk Makeup. This is the eye pigment, and this is in the shade Rager, yeah. So I'm gonna just add it. I already added it here, but I'm gonna go ahead and add it right here, but only like right in the middle right here, just to kind of accentuate it a little bit more, but only on the middle. And then we're gonna go ahead and just kind of spread that a little bit. It's kind of like a silver like pigment, just so it can pop more. We're gonna go ahead and just kind of blend that out right here. There you go. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add some liner. I'm gonna get the brush tip eyeliner pen from Suavecita Pomade, and I'm just going to kind of add liner because she has some liner on. I'm gonna go in with my Kush mascara, and we're gonna add some mascara now. For my lashes, I'm gonna go in with the Nirvana from Rouge and Rogue. I feel like these are the ones that are really close to like kind of lashes that she's using. I don't know which ones she's using. I feel like Maro should kind of like put the kind of makeup he did on her so we could all know and like, you know, kind of like recreate it. But I'm just gonna go in with the flow here, and I'm just gonna add these lashes. Okay, now that the lashes are on, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Kat Von D lash liner, and I'm gonna put liner on my waterline because that's what she had on. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of apply this, and I'm gonna tap it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and with my Kush mascara, and I'm gonna add some mascara on the bottom of my lashes, and just make sure that I coat them very, very nice. Okay, so far I'm like loving the way this looks coming out. Like let me just finish here. It looks so nice so far. I feel like so far that's how it's looking. Oh my god, I am so proud of myself right now because I didn't know I was gonna pull this off. Let's see. I am gonna be putting my wig on, and I'm gonna try to create that wet hair look, but I really, really hope it does come out the way I wanted it to come out. I do want my eyes to be a little darker, so I'm gonna go in and add some eyeliner on the top part of my waterline. I'm gonna be using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencil, and this is a black market, and I'm just gonna make sure I do this. Oh my god. Something about this is kind of satisfying. Nice, very, very nice. So far I like the way it looks, because I feel like when you're looking at pictures of her, when she was looking straight forward, you didn't see the wet look on the top, but once you would look down, I feel like you're able to see it, and it just looked really, really nice, and I like that. So right now we're gonna focus on the face now. So I'm gonna go ahead and contour my face. I am going to be using the Anastasia, this is the brow contour kit, and I'm gonna be using, this is the light to medium one. So I'm going to be using that color, and I'm just going to go ahead and start kind of contouring my face. But I do have to make it very defined because Kim Kardashian does that. Get it under the jaw so it can be very, very defined right here. My trick is, like, if you're trying to define this jaw, you would have to kind of clench a little your teeth, and it'll kind of make this harder, like this. So right now I'm doing that, and it kind of does that. So this is where you want to get it in. So I ended up changing my brush to a bigger brush so it can be more bronze and contoured, because I feel like that brush wasn't really doing it for me. I really want myself to look very bronzed right now. So we're just gonna go ahead and add this bigger brush. This is a Morphe one, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just keep contouring my face. I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose right now. I do have a bronzer, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this bronzer right here. This is a Maybelline City Bronzer in 200, and I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna go ahead and keep bronzing this right here. I don't know if she had a blush on, so I don't know if I'm gonna go with blush today. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and get this little angled fluffy brush. Very compact though. This is like this is a BH Cosmetics contour kit brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and get that contour color that I will use on my face, and I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose. I go under here and a little on top, and then just to make sure that I thin my nose a little bit more, I go here in the middle and here on the edges right here, and just kind of cut it so we can get that snatched nose look. And I'm gonna go ahead and get another brush, and I'm gonna get at this yellow color that I have going on here, and then I'm just gonna kind of, you know, blend this out a little and just make sure that I blend it. See how it makes my nose look a bit more contoured? Of course, I'm gonna start like just kind of playing here and just kind of blending that all over so it doesn't look too harsh. I also like to add that color, the yellow color that I have, and I like to put it under my, like right here where I put concealer, my under, to brighten up my face more here. I like to kind of go ahead and pat that and pat it right here on my forehead, and that will make it more like brighter there. So I really like how it's coming out. Proud of myself. So now I'm gonna go ahead and wet my face using my Urban Decay. This is the all nighter setting spray, and I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face and let that sit for a bit. And then I'm gonna be going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter, and my Anastasia Beverly Hills, this is the 823 highlighter brush. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this, and I'm just gonna be highlighting there and then kind of creating that look. I feel like in order to get like that wet look, I do feel like you need to set your face first with setting spray, and then go ahead with the highlighter and kind of don't wait till it's fully dry, just kind of when it's fully wet still, and then you can go ahead and highlight your nose and highlight anywhere where you want it to look more wet. And then we're gonna get our finger and just put it on the inner corner. Okay, and so for my lips, I'm gonna go in with the Melt Cosmetics Old Fashioned, and I'm just gonna try to use the tip of it so I can use it as a lip liner. And then I'm gonna go in with my Lime Crime, and this is the lip glaze, and I'm gonna go ahead and just go over that. So for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. Then I'm gonna go in with my lip glaze. This is a lime cream one, and this is called Cash, and it's like a light brown. So I'm gonna go in on top of that so it can give me like that nice glossy look lip. And then I'm gonna go over again a little just so it can blend. I'm gonna go in a little with the shade Jade from Lip Glaze, again from Lime Cream, because it has a little bit more pinkish. And then I'm gonna add gloss on top of it so it can be very wet. And I'm gonna go in over with the Lime Crime. This one's in Extra Poppin', and it's a clear gloss. And it's just gonna give it like that nice wet look. So right now I really like how this looked. I do want to be more bronzed, but I'm gonna go ahead and add the wig right now and see how that looks, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I wet my black wig on, and I'm like obsessed with it. Let me see if I can bring this down like this. It's just, I feel like I nailed it. I am super impressed with myself. Okay, so to make it more realistic, I am gonna go ahead and wet my body a little bit so it can be more look. I feel like she added oil on herself, but like I'm not about to do that. So I'm just gonna add water and make it more real. So this is insane. I am so freaking proud of myself right now. This is so beautiful. So this is the final look, guys. This is so beautiful. So this is a final look. I hope you guys really enjoy this. I don't have the long hair like she does, but I think as long as it's wet, it matters. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys really like it. Let me know in the comments below what kind of looks did you like. Did you like Kim Kardashian's look? What other looks from the Met Gala did you not like, and the reasons why? Let me know in the comments below. Let's talk about it. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and please subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. And if you're not following me on Instagram and Twitter, you can go ahead and follow me here and yeah, the MUA, and it's the same thing as my YouTube channel. And if you're yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this look. And it's like I am like really proud of myself right now. I did not know I was gonna pull it off, because Makeup by Mario does so good with Kim Kardashian's makeup that I'm like, wow, impressed. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.